live, but I tell people after you go watch Richard Pryor's story tell, there's a difference between the only person I ain't really seen too many folks. The only person I ain't even seen live that I saw live that even got close to Rich was Bernie Mac. But when you see Richard Pryor's story tell, in the way he story tells this thing called life and make you laugh about things that you really would when I was there, and I still to this day, I never forget when I saw Richard Pryor perform Mudbone live. Richard Pryor said, when I first got here, I got here on a tractor from from down in Mississippi. Man, when you start, I'm just telling you, some folk got it, and they got it to a level that you can't compare it to. Just like, for example, I never got to see Kareem play, but I did watch Mike play. And I've watched LeBron play. I've seen Mike and LeBron play live. I saw Kobe play live. After you see certain folks, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Ja Morant fan. Ja my dude. However, he a long way. I love the twist. I love all that, but he a long way.
And you know, once you do certain things with performing arts, you see as an audience member, you respect like a battle rap guy. To go up there and memorize 4 or 5 battle rap rounds, and then the crowd is crazy. There's no crowd control. Right. Anything can happen. Right. To go up there and not fumble your lines, I respect that and way more now that I've done this little simple thing. Anybody doing a whole entire stage play by yourself, and comedians, once again, these guys doing an hour-long set by yourself, Joe. Right. Any comedian, even a sorry comedian, to even do an hour-long by yourself with no help, no music in the background, you and the mic, you got to respect these artists, man. Well, it's a skill set.
I want to go somewhere.
Just a tip to help you if you want to start memorizing your poetry. Like, for example, I used to write to instrumentals. Like I remember the Sade song. And it was like, and I always have a beat, so that way when I'm writing it, it's easier to memorize. And then when I don't have the beat, or if I have the band, I can be like, hey, remember this song? Play along to this tempo, and then I automatically know that I can memorize it and keep up with their tempo as the band. Especially when you're doing poetry with a band behind you, it will completely save you so much stress and increase your performance if you are able to tell the band a beat. Hey, you know that Sade song? Drop that and just let it ride.
Wasn't no band last night.
Okay. You ain't had no crackhead beatboxing in the corner. You gotta bring something.
Coming to the stage, showing P.
It was you.
Look at that. Ain't no help.
Hold it. It was you, Solo Bolo, and the M to the I to the C.
And, Solo Bolo, go for what you do.
And it was probably a faulty mic if we being 100.
You know, hey, at the end of the day, brother. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So, like I said, it is the holidays. It's 18 minutes past the hour, 17th day of December, as we count down to old Saint Nick showing his face in your space. First of all, like I said, 3 things I heard yesterday, and that's why I want to tell y'all life be life. And number 1, reading is down. There was a national story about reading. Reading is down 40% worldwide. 40% worldwide, people are not picking up books like they used to. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, there are a lot of folks out and about. We back outside, but folk ain't spending money like they used to spend money because the economic crunch worldwide has changed the game. There are folks out there right now saying, listen, one lady said she spent $3,000 last Christmas. This Christmas, her and her family made a pact that they're not buying anybody gifts. They're just getting together. They're just gathering. So watch this. People have stopped buying gifts and started gathering and having feasts. Listen to me. This might sound crazy. This book, I wave a lot. They speak about that in this book because holidays was celebrated not by gift giving, but by gatherings and having feasts, because you have to instill memories, because nobody is here permanently. So guess what? I understand a lot of y'all and I played it yesterday with Dr. King talking about, America is full of militarism, racism, and materialism. But thank God that because the economy is not good. I'm sorry. All my Trumpers, y'all can get on here and get as mad as you want to. We are not doing better in America now than we were 2 and 3 years ago under another administration. Things are sky high. Go ahead, Sean.
And Joe, but broken Brolin, I don't know your age or whatever, but like, I'm sure we have 3 different age ranges, maybe, right? So like, imagine the gifts when your childhood, Joe, and then me in the 80s, my childhood, and then his childhood. Man, the gifts right now that they even want, it's off the Richter scale compared to our childhood, your typical gift. Like, bro, me wanting the Super Nintendo at 150, or even a pair of Jordans at 120, 150. Now, the gifts they want now is 600, 700, 800, a grand. You want an iPhone?
Right.
You want a MacBook?
Right.
You want an iPad?
Right.
Come on, bro.
So let's go through it. I am a child of the 60s. I was born in 1967. So we're going to give some years that we were born. I was born in 1967. Sean, what year were you born in?
1981. 80 baby.
What year were you born in, Broken Berlin?
82, January.
Okay. So we got the 80s, we got the 60s. We don't have the 70s, but watch this. And I wish it's times like this, I wish that the alumnus of Community Conversations, Brother Fatim, was on here, because we could really go somewhere. But in my days, one of the 2 biggest things you could get under the Christmas tree, and guess what? I got them, and I still have them to this day, was a bicycle. And I have a very nice bike. Sean knows I am an avid biker. I don't post it as much as I used to, but I used to literally post daily me going on 3, 4, 5 mile bike rides. And I still do it. Unfortunately, I have a stationary bike in my house, like a Peloton, but it's not a Peloton. It's a Soul that I take often. I'm often in Europe biking through my Soul. I also have a pair of roller skates. Now, back in my days, a very good bike, if you got a nice 10-speed bike, a nice Schwinn.
Yeah, like a Huffy? A Huffy?
A Huffy or a Schwinn. If you either got a Huffy or a Schwinn. If you either got a Huffy or a Schwinn, depending on what your economic status was.
But, or depending on how good your grades was.
Right. Really depending on how good your grades was, really. Yeah. But regardless of that, a good bike back in the day, I mean, a bike where folk be like, ooh, that's a bike. You're going to pay about $150, $200 for at the most.
Oh, yeah.
At the most. Now,
that was a big deal. That was a big deal.
A good pair of rolling skates. Right. If you spent that much money, folk were looking at you like, y'all got money.
You had a good
but let me ask you guys, let's all share real quick. What was the one Christmas gift you all got as a child that almost brought you to tears or made you cry?
Okay, Sean, you first.
For me, my birthday is in December, of course, so like it's always different for me anyway, because having 2 things in 1 month. But Super Nintendo. When I got my Super Nintendo with the Mario Brothers, with Yoshi, that was a wrap. I had that little JCPenney Sears book and it circle it. You put it.
Come on now.
You put it where they can see it. The wish book. It was a big wish. All right, we wishing, but that was my big gift.
When you jumped on Yoshi,
that was like what, 150 back in the day? 150, give or take.
150, because it was also the same thing for me, but it was a problem because my mother and father tried to co-parent the gift together for like the first time, and my mother got the Super Nintendo, and my father was supposed to get all the games, and my father, this happened, showed up with 10, 12 Game Boy games for my Super Nintendo, and my mom flipped shit.
Wrong system.
So I'm looking, and all my friends are there because they already, because we was in Oklahoma, like we didn't get Jordans because it was red dirt. Ain't no point in getting Jordans. We was all about, this was a neighborhood Langston event. We was about to get it. It was the first Super Nintendo in Langston University. Like it was all the kids. We was ready.
They were about to go down.
Man, they was about to jump my father.
Oh,
and Lord. I mean my friends. He came in and with his Santa Claus suit on. Yeah, I ain't seen this man in years, but he tried to play that part and came in and, here you go, son. And I'm like, I'm looking at my mom and she was just like, but it's a great memory now.
That's
and I
crazy.
love it.
Let me tell you why I raised this up, fellas. I know some parents out there, our mothers in particular, the single mothers out there.
Come on.
If you can't necessarily get something for your child, it is a devastating blow to your spirit, your soul. But I'm making an example to say how far-fetched a lot of these things, even Joe, at 40-something years old, working overnight, I don't have some of these devices myself.
Okay.
I don't have a MacBook. I don't have the latest and greatest phone. Right now, I'm on the phone right now.
So
I the latest device. I don't have it.
I didn't want to go there, but you took me there. So let me say something.
Don't feel like that is my point. You know what I'm saying?
At 25 minutes past the hour, we're about to go somewhere. So put the kiddies to sleep. This is big boy, big girl talk right now. You know, there's a lot of coochie selling going on right now just to get some Christmas gifts underneath them trees.
Now, hold on.
I'm getting some great text.
Hold on. We got to go there.
Hold on, Joe. You be like Forrest Gump? You be like Forrest Gump?
Hey,
your mama sure care about it too, boy.
Hey, your mama sure care about your education. your mama sure care about your education. Hold
it.
What my man say? He said, Mrs. Gump, is there a Mr. Gump? Hold on. In these days and times, wait a minute. There can be a Mr. Gump. They don't care. They don't listen. So watch this. I have a good friend, and I'm not gonna call her name out, but she says this on her live one day, and I almost fell out my chair. She says, selling coochie is only for emergency situations.
It's kind of true. it ain't supposed to be a monthly habit. It's supposed to be at the most 4 times a year.
Now hold on. You think
each season you're allowed to sell coochie once?
Hey, you think that's something? I was actually on a YouTube channel and on a TikTok podcast where they were having relationship conversation. I didn't know the brothers was selling penis like they be selling it, because now the cougars and the sugar mamas, they said, hold it, the women done showed us something that we should have jumped on a long time ago. You know, they had a brother and he called himself. He said, "Look, man, I ain't worked in 3 years. Because I'm slanging straight sausage on the market."
Well, he working.
You know what I'm seeing?
He working all right.
In that chef, the celebrity chef world, I've seen it. These chefs, when they having their brunches and their girl trips and their girl date, man, fellas, if your lady having a setup like that, you might want to be present because going down.
The chef is cooking. He cooking.
Let me go ahead and say this.
He cooking more than the omelet. Hold it. He cooking more than the omelet.
Want to feed them grapes in their mouth and put strawberries in their mouth? It's going alcohol in there. It's going down.
Let me expose it. I've been a career restaurateur for all my life, all over the world. There is no faithfulness in the restaurant game. Zero. It maybe it's different now, but I'm telling you, in the early 2000s and maybe even before, when it was because again, it was kind of before technology, so everyone was allowed to get their shit off without anyone ever worrying about getting caught.
Right. Without owning a secret. Hold it. Now watch this. Let me show you what's really ugly now. Let's call it what it is. It used to be. And I say this because of my profession, so let me give us a different view right quick. I say this because of my profession. I'm the type person, I don't sit my back to any door because of my profession. B, I'm very cognizant when people talk to me like this. I'm very cognizant when people talk to me and act like they texting or whatever, because 9 out of 10 times when you talk to me like this, what you're doing is you probably recording me or recording the conversation. But these days and times with meta glasses, and I have about 3 or 4 pair of meta glasses, and I have professional meta glasses and I have personal meta glasses. I'll leave it at that.
Now wait a minute, Joe. Don't they have the contacts too? Thanks to Chauncey Billups that we found that out there. The contact.
Right. Yeah. Hey. I got, like I said, I got professional meta glasses and private meta glasses. And guess what? All meta glasses, the little light don't come on to let you know that the person done activated their glasses. So these days in time, bro, I tell people, watch what you say, watch what you do, because somebody's always watching. And let me say something else.
And definitely always listening.
Right. Hold on.
They're hearing you more than they're watching you.
But Joe, whenever a big old mass thing happened, like we had a couple of days ago, they said they can't find no footage. We can't find no footage, Joe. We can't find no footage. There ain't no footage, Joe.
Because the footage it's been erased.
That's the part that always get beat.
Well, let me say the following. And if y'all haven't picked up on this, and y'all are very smart individuals, and I think most of the people who listen to our podcast are smart individuals. We live in a time of misinformation and straight up lies, because they're not going to tell you what they know. Because telling you what they know will put you in a place where you say, aha. And see, they want you to sometimes not hear the truth. Because I'll be very honest with you. Okay, let me be very honest. I'm in a profession, and people know me. People see me on TV in the local area. People see me on TV nationally. Somebody brought that up. They said, man, I was watching a national press conference and I thought I saw you in the background. I never responded to that person, but yes, they did see me in the background. But I'm on local, national, and sometimes international stages with some of these press conferences. And if you just blew up something and I know that you're still in the area, I may give a press conference and swear to God that I think that you in Paris, France. Because I want you to get comfortable. I want you to feel like I don't know what the hell going on. I may get on a press conference and swear to God I got the right person. Hey guys, we just got a person of interest. Took them in. I know that person of interest didn't do it, but I want you to feel comfortable that they got somebody, and I can just go ahead and go, ooh, they ain't got me. They going down the wrong rabbit hole. When the whole time I put that out there to get your tail comfortable where I can creep up on you just a little bit closer. Because when people get comfortable, people make mistakes. And a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and flat out lies are put out there to get you comfortable. Like, for example, the economy is doing great. Get you comfortable and feel like, man, I can spend all my money and act like ain't nothing going on. See, but every once in a while with the misinformation, disinformation, and straight up lies, folk go, they scratch their head and say, wait a minute. But that gas pump says $4.50.
We've had so many distractions in the last, let's say, week or last 10 days. No one's even talked twice about the volcano that erupted in Ethiopia.
Come on. Hold it. Say that one more again, Jason. Say that one more again.
No one even talked twice about the volcano erupting in Ethiopia. Listen, this matrix, sure, there's a lot of things, but this planet is more important. We might want to put a little bit, I saw the footage of that and I swore it was AI. I was like, oh, that cannot be absolutely that was not a regular explosion.
Come on.
That was insane. And no one's even haven't seen it on any news, haven't seen anybody even discussing it, what it could mean, no curiosity about it. Nothing.
They been to New Orleans, right? They been to New York, New Orleans, big cities. Yeah. They play that 3-card Monte. Figure the card out. Figure the card out. Is it this one or is it that? They doing that. And people just going for the okie doke, man. They're going for the pump fake. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You cannot play a card game that from the beginning is already set up for you to lose, because you will never win. I laughingly laughed one time because I knew when the guy was playing 3-card Monte that there was a little kid underneath the box that every time the guy did the cards and he tapped the card, the little kid would switch the card to the wrong card. So at the end of the day, I'm sitting there laughing because I know the game. And I'm like, dude, you're going to sit here and literally lose all your money, because here's the deal. There's a little kid in that box. And every time he tapped that card, he there's a hole underneath. He moved the card, bruh. He moved the card.
Oh man, no, I got this. I got this.
Yeah,
and sometimes you just can't tell people. Sometimes you just can't tell people nothing.
You can't. Listen. So the holidays ain't happy for everybody. No matter how much disinformation, misinformation, or flat out lies you get, no, we're still alive, we're still breathing, but guess what? The economy is nowhere like it was 2, 3, 4 years ago. Definitely, I'm gonna say this, and y'all can get as mad as me as you want to and can say, oh, you just saying that because Obama was a black man. My 8 years of being a man living in this world under the regime of Barack Obama, when Barack Obama was president, and the Senate and the Congress, I don't know what the makeup was. I don't know who ruled what. But whatever that makeup was during Obama's time, I never made as much money. I never lived as well. And I wasn't as mentally as peaceful in my mind as I was during the Obama years, all 8 of them.
And the reputation of America had never been higher, has not been as high since on a global scale.
Look at this part, baby. I probably made more money now, literally on paper, the bottom line, but it don't go nowhere near. So it's like as if I don't.
So pay attention.
You make more money now, but the inflation has gone up so high that you're actually making less. You're making more, but you're able to buy less. So you're actually doing better.
Bottom line, more money is being made, but more money is being spent because items are higher. Yeah. Hey, guess what? Here's the thing. What we don't pay attention to is the following. When prices go up, your pay should go up. But here's what happens. Here's what happens. Prices go up, your pay stay the same. It should be the other way around. Your pay should go up and prices should stay the same. That shows advancement. Now, going back to something I did yesterday, because somebody got in my inbox, then they got in my phone and tried to check me about talking as if I had talked about Jesus himself, because I was talking about Erica Kirk. They said, be careful. When you start talking about Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk, them people get mad. Okay.
You better watch out.
No matter what.
Look, hold your head like this. You better watch out, Joe.
Yeah. That's how they talk to me. You know what?
You better watch out, Joe.
Oh, baby.
Don't do it, Joe.
Hey, all my
life I had to fight. Don't you say it, Joe. Don't you say it.
All my life.
Hey,
so listen.
It's a damn.
So let me hit y'all with something. If you just Google the net worth of Turning Point USA, you'll see for a nonprofit, they about $8.5 million strong. The CEO is making about $407,000 a year.
And you know what? Whenever he got the CEO if he got unalive, it might have jumped.
Hold on.
Oh, it definitely
CEO,
did.
That's right. That was the old numbers. But the CEO is the ring bearing, and don't get me wrong, the ring bearing, I'm very together with her, mournful for the loss of her spouse, because nobody should love somebody and lose somebody. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be real with you, regardless if I didn't like the guy or not. That's somebody's daddy, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody. Because watch this.
Yeah, I don't play with them.
Hold on, Jace. I'm gonna go somewhere. Listen to this. I call this, some things I think are plotted by a group of folks who have an agenda bigger than anything we looking at. Because watch this. I said this to a person, and all they could do is get quiet when I said it. I said, David Duke done talked a lot of shit about black folks and how he could not stand black people. And David Duke ain't dead yet. David Duke said, man, I'm the grand wizard of the KKK. I'm running for president. F all y'all. I don't want races mixed together. David Duke has talked a lot of ish about black folks, about Jewish folks, about folks who are not white. And David Duke is not dead yet. So wait a minute. You can't come all of a sudden and tell me Charlie Kirk, because of his rhetoric, and don't get me wrong, sometimes I think there's certain plans and stuff going on that are bigger than what y'all really looking at. Y'all don't understand. Sometimes they pick folks that they want to be a martyr. They need that person to be a martyr. Do you not understand? The only reason they didn't care about it during the civil rights movement is because everybody who was black and brown was saying we need to be equal and we need the same rights. So regardless if it was a Medgar Evers, Malcolm, or Martin, or whoever in your local city, because if you go locally around the South, there was always a name you could throw out. They say, yeah, man, that used to be one of our, like around here, people bring up Father McKnight. Now, you don't know who Father McKnight is, Jason, but in the area me and Sean live in, that name is a civil rights icon. But you don't know him because everywhere in the South, there was some black man who was highly educated trying to tell these white folks you ain't treating us right.
I'm just going to say this. Okay, all right, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, Sean. All right, I'll be quick.
I want to pick that on what Joe just said. I saw a phenomenal post last night. It showed the whole spread, like Joe said, the whole the CSI thing, right? All these Hollywood millionaires getting knocked off left and right in a small fashion. I'm not trying to put it together with the whole Epstein thing, but a lot of these names might be in the Epstein.
Put it together. It's okay.
I'm trying to like flame the, fan the flames, as they say, but it's kind of coincidental. These folks get knocked off in some of the same fashion, some of the same ways, but it's not talked about on the mainstream news once again. As you just said, my brother, it's not talked about on the mainstream.
Now, Joe, you're a professional in your profession, correct? Mm-hmm. You analyze body language, yes or no?
All the time.
Okay. You saw the interview that she gave, correct?
I did.
In your opinion, did she love him?
Well, brother,
in your opinion, did she like him? And answer those questions.
Let me give you from my opinion that is not based on anything professionally. It's just my intuition as a man. First of all, I cannot speak to her emotion. She came very Tammy Faye-ish, very Paula White-ish in her interview, as if that whole interview was a recruiting tool to recruit more people into the Turning Point USA. I don't think that interview was informational as much as it was a recruiting tool to have empathy and sympathy and say, let me start, because watch this. Reading is fundamental. And if I can make you click on, read, listen to, and start hearing the philosophy of any organization, I may be able to indoctrinate you into it. Prime example, a lot of folks don't know, many years of my life, I, from a spiritual aspect, did not follow the road of Christianity. I followed the road of Islam. And it all started out of my curiosity because of something that, like she did, a person speaking to a person, and I was sitting there in the midst and said, wait a minute, I ain't never heard that before. Maybe I need to start being a little more inquisitive. And my going down the rabbit hole took me all the way into the rabbit hole. So like I tell people, I don't think that interview was an interview to make folks, that interview was a recruiting interview. That's why it's being pushed the way it's being put. That interview had two things. First of all, rumor control, I didn't say it, but rumor control says the reason she's so mad at Candace Owens is because Candace Owens was in a romantic relationship with her husband. Could have been because guess what? Let's just raise our hands and be honest. There are a lot of married women out there sleeping with other men, and there are a lot of married men sleeping with other women. Relationships these days are not as happy as they look on the outside. Once again, my favorite saying, Jason, you wasn't here when I said it. Nobody knows where the nose goes when the doors close. See, somebody needs to start realizing,
baby.
Hold it. Listen to what I said. Yeah, I need to go ahead and copyright that. Nobody knows where the nose goes when the doors close. See, there's a lot of
follow my nose.
Hey, a lot of folks outside, they look one way, but when the doors close, they look another. I know it with people that I know personally. Outside, they the most civil activist since Garvey. Man,
yeah, but
they make it seem like Umar Johnson ain't got nothing on them. But when the doors close, they the most Motiza people I know.
Once that door closes and that one person brings all that crazy snow, you'll see everybody switch up.
Motiza, and then let's just say it. Like I said, and I'm not trying to make people mad, angry, but let's just call the truth. a lot of folks that y'all are listening to are the most sexually deviant folks that you'll ever meet when you really get to know them. Because if they really get to know you, they'll start sharing, they'll throw little hints at you. Listen, I know some women that are teachers, professors, highly professional women that when the doors close, they're probably some of the biggest freaks on this planet, and they kind of give you the little intuition of that. That's why I'm not, every time women get out there and start talking about us men, like I just saw a story, and I do not condone any man out there doing dirt, but guess what? Women doing dirt too. You got these teachers right now, and there's a lot of them all throughout the United States of America who are teachers who just graduated college, that them football players that they all of a sudden, hold it. There's a lot of teachers, hold it. And we're just talking about the ones that graduated college. Let's not talk about
teachers' assistants. How about that?
Hold it. But I'm going to go somewhere. Let's talk about them women who are in there's a lot of women in their 40s and 50s and 60s right now that are out there screwing 15, 16, 17-year-old boys.
And it's always been, It's always been.
But y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about that. See, y'all always want to make it seem like there's all us no good men out there. But guess what? There's a lot of old women out there that are exploiting the hell out of some of these young men. There's old women out there, baby, come over here and get some of this blackberry cobbler. Or this peach cobbler. And there's a lot of old white women out there screwing the hell out of some of these black young boys.
Ooh, here in Germany.
What?
Oh, we can talk. These obese omas that be getting humped on by these young African men. But nobody talks about it.
Because I always try to make it seem like the black man is the problem. No, the black man is the originator. We are the solution. Like I said, I'm not going to let you tell me I ain't good at math when I created math. Mathematics was created in my backyard. So you can't tell me what I ain't good in when I created it.
Neely Fuller used to always say, he's like, when people ask you what it black, you just tell them black people invented breathing. We invented that.
That part.
Now we don't need to tell you nothing else.
That part. Because last time I checked, the first erect walking individual on 2 feet. Forget this. Forget this. Because this story, once again, this story had been told before, long before this book was even wrote. But we don't want to talk about that. This whole story was told before this book was even wrote. But we don't want to talk about that. See, then all of a sudden you go, wait a minute, what you mean the story was told before? Because they don't want to tell you. The whole story was told before the book was even wrote. So the first person who walked it erectly was in the continent of where all the black and brown folks are. Okay, I'm just saying. Sean, go ahead. Sean, you look like
Sean, you on mute.
No, I want to piggyback on that interview, right? Along with illiteracy, besides reading words on the page, people being able to read body language, read facial expressions, read tonality. These are all levels of reading. Being illiterate is not just not being able to read books. You can't read situations. You can't read the room. A lot of reading to be done.
That's a great point because, in fact, I will say with so many people being illiterate, people are also at the same time illiterate in those fields that you just named, as far as read. Again, how I talked about the police, and how I said like the police didn't have body cams when we grew up. We had to read those situations. But then I see, young men today when they get involved with the police, and I see them crashing out, and I'm like, are y'all not reading the room? Are y'all not reading the situation?
Well, hold on. And guess what? I say that is by design, brother. Broken Berlin. So understand this. If I tell you long enough that every police officer is dirty, crooked, and they don't have your best interest at heart, you begin to saturate, listen to it, and believe it. Like, for example, if I tell a child, I have a grandchild right now. My grandchild is going toward 2. I talked to my daughter. My daughter said, "Oh my God, your grandson is throwing tantrums." I have told her, speak life into him. Do not allow him to throw the tantrum. When he throw the tantrum, let him know there is a consequence for throwing that tantrum. See, our problem is at a young age, we begin to do and start doing certain things, and we're not checked. And if you ain't checked young, what you did young all of a sudden becomes a lifestyle. So watch this. If at a young age you start throwing tantrums and nobody checks you, you believe this is your resolve to any issue. So guess what? You become a teenager that throws tantrums. You become an adult that throws tantrums, and advertently, you may become a person who becomes abusive or something like that, because the only thing you know is when you raise your voice or you begin to hit things, things begin to happen.
Joe, as a child psychology person, one of the scariest phone calls I get when the person says, Sean, my little son was at school, the teacher said he hit the teacher, or he hit the principal, or the bus driver. I'm thinking to myself, like, whoa, we got to nip this right now. If they think they can put their hands on authority figures, Joe.
John, but if you talk to that parent and you know this as a child psychologist, I know this as an interviewer, an investigator, and an individual that not only has done it in the police, but I got 28 years military experience in military intelligence. So understand this. If you find a kid that's done put his hand on the teacher, on anybody of authority, if you go to that mom and dad, guess what they'll tell you? Oh yeah, he jump on the couch all the time, and we're like, oh, stop. No. See, it started at home. That kid said, I can hit mom and dad, and if I can hit mom and dad and talk crazy to mom and dad, I can talk crazy to anybody. If mom and dad check that.
If I can't get the iPad for Christmas and I tear the house up, then
brother, are you saying what should happen to you?
Now listen.
You get shipped out the house for about at least 3 months and go live with the grandparents.
Hold it. I'm not even going to do that, because I'm going to go old school Lawson Erling Anderson. If you do anything in this house, first of all, I'm going to tear your ass up. And if you try to raise up on me, you're going to get put out the house. And where you go is up to you.
on the most serious note,
since you want to be grown, I'm going to give you some real grown. Listen, there's only one grown person in this house. There's only one person to pay bills in this house, and if you feel you bigger and badder than me, find your own place to pay your own bills. Get your own job.
We do have to make a conversation another day where we speak about the kid from Oklahoma that got shipped into the group home, foster home, in the CPS, and he was throwing rocks at his mama's windshield and bullying his brothers and sisters. And CBS, not CPS, CB, Child Protective.
CPS.
Yes, they came in and took him, and then he was in the group home, and the father of the group home put hands on him. And he's had to call his mom and apologize. And everyone you see online, like, leave him in the group home longer. He need to get beat up more so he can get his act right. And I'm like, that is not how this shit works.
Right. Hold it. Let me say this to y'all. And I'm going to say this the best way I can, because, for example, last night I got woke up out my sleep, out my rest time after I got off work, because in the municipality I work in, there was a shooting incident again. In the United States of America, every day there is at least a bare minimum of 25 people who get shot. Bare minimum. United States, I think that's the smallest number. 25. Every day somebody is getting shot. That's how much gun violence there is in the United States of America. Every day 25 folks are getting shot, and out of them 25, probably half of those folks are going to the upper room. They're going to glory. They ain't coming back. They're slow singing in flower, bringing in families mourning everywhere. So there was a shooting in my municipality. I had to go out because, of course, that's what I do. I tell the media, this is what happened. This is what we're doing. This is how we move forward. More information will be given. But here's what I realized. This is such a enormity that when we hear this, we kind of just hear it and keep it moving.
Yeah.
I mean, understand what just happened in the last 7 days. Brown University mass shooting. Sydney, Australia, 15 people killed, dozens more injured. We ain't talking about the probably 30 to 40 people who were injured, whose life will never be the same. Some may be paralyzed, wheelchair ridden. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
And guess what? We kind of just done moved on from it because. Talk to me, Sean. Talk to me.
No, you mentioned the phrase mass shooting. What's the minimal number of people you need for it to be a mass shooting? I know it's a certain number for it to be mass.
I believe it's 3.
So just three or more?
3 or more. Yeah. I believe so.
Well, there's a lot more mass shootings than that if it's just 3 or more. I thought it was like double digits or something. If it's just 3 or more, it's a lot more mass shootings than we can ever.
We have in our community, we always have mass shootings, but they never get reported that way.
Right. Hold on. Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna ask that question.
Okay.
What number makes a mass shooting?
While you going through that, Sean, in your poetry time, have you ever dropped a Christmas poem that led to you getting some kisses under the mistletoe?
I have never done a Christmas poem in my life. First of all,
I'm planting the seed for you to write one.
Oh, you try that? Okay. You know what? I might try that. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
So there is no single universal number that defines a mass shooting. However, most commonly used number, however, is 4 or more. If there's 4 or more victims, it is by perpetrator or perpetrators. If it's 4 or more, it is considered a mass shooting. Okay. I mean, and then like you said, there's listen, that can go down at a club.
It's not automatic rifles we got out there these days. A mass shooting.
We had choppers in the 90s, choppers and drums. Like, there was mass shootings like crazy in the 90s then.
Okay, so
brothers wasn't shooting with pistols; they were shooting with choppers in the 90s.
So look at what we got going on, family. I mean, just pay attention. While we're over here talking about some of the major things that's happening, little things are happening. Donald Trump has taken Dr. King's birthday off the list of something in the White House and replaced it with his own birthday. And y'all got to pay attention to the small things. They have a civil rights statue of the lady who challenged Robert E. Lee. They took that down, and Broken Berlin hopefully will come back if we take him out for a minute. That got took down, replaced. Listen, they're trying to cancel anything that is not what they want it to be. That's why they got Erica Kurt out there, because Erica Kurt is recruiting people to be like, here I am. And no offense, I'm not trying to talk about anything. Not trying to down anybody. Nobody asked to be born or brought to this world a certain way. But they're really trying to push that if it ain't white, it ain't right. If it ain't white, it ain't Christian, it ain't right. That's what they're trying to push. They're trying to push, if you're not white, if you're not Christian, you ain't right. If it ain't the white evangelical Christian lifestyle that you're living, you're not living right. If you're not living in the suburbs, if you're not going to Lululemon, if you're not drinking Starbucks, if you're not this, then you are heathens living in the wasteland. And we don't want those heathens living in the wasteland mixing with our good people. That's how they're acting right now. And those are just the facts. Our brother Broken Berlin had to leave. We appreciate him. Hopefully, I think he left me a message. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Yeah. He had to get gone. We appreciate the love. We hopefully see you tomorrow. But we getting ready. It's 1 minute to the top of the hour. Y'all got to pay attention, Sean. I'm just saying.
That's the biggest takeaway, man. Pay attention. Right. Open your eyes. Open critical thinking. Critical analysis.
I got to pay attention. You got to keep your head on a swivel, bro. You don't know what's going to happen these days. Just imagine how many people. I don't know how many of you. I've been to Sydney, Australia. I've been to Sydney. Okay, I know you've been to Perth, right?
Darwin.
Okay, so I've been to Australia. Australia is beautiful. Let me say that. Australia.
I'm going to live there tomorrow. I'll pack up tomorrow, Joe.
Now let me tell you this. The Australian people crazy as a Betsy bug, but Australia is beautiful. But dealing with Australians is
you gotta pick your heart, Joe. You gotta pick your heart.
Right. Hold it.
I can be
right.
crazy over here, crazy over there.
Right. Hold on. But they remind me a little bit of what I tell people a lot of British folks are. Real, when you meet real Brits and stuff, they crazy as hell too to me. But at the end of the day, they just have a certain lifestyle that's their lifestyle. So, but it's beautiful over there. Those beaches, to me, those beaches make Cali beaches. They make Destin and Florida beaches. Them beaches ain't got nothing on them beaches over there in Australia. So imagine you just out with your people having a good time at the beach, and all of a sudden people coming. Did you see them long guns them boys came out with? Are they shooting folks with muskets? I was like, Lord have mercy.
I try to avoid watching stuff to avoid traumatizing myself, but now we're in the media space, you and I, so I have to partake in certain things to be abreast. And I did watch the footage last night, and it was they were playing Call of Duty for real, man.
Right. Then I was like, what is that? Right. Is that a Call of Duty rifle they shoot? Is that a 50 cal? The muskets. I'm like, my God.
The guy that went and tackled the man, took the gun from him and turned the gun on him, he had a lot of restraint in the moment with the adrenaline not to go ahead and buzz back.
He had been shot. He had been shot. That's one of the reasons he couldn't. He had been shot. They showed him in the hospital. Actually, when he tackled the guy after he had got busted in the arm. So, listen, family, just imagine. And once again, I tell folks, unless you've been to a trail ride, unless you've been to a HBCU homecoming, just imagine you got all these people out having a good time, and all of a sudden, gunfire rains. Not, you don't hear just pow, pow, pow,
no,
pow, pow.
Rain.
All you hear is and look at here. Hold on. Before we go any further.
Where you at?
Look at here.
Who's that lady?
I just had to go say hi.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. And I want people to hear me officially say it with this woman on here. I have literally, with my own eyes, saw the transformation of a queen. She was a beautiful queen before the transformation. She's still a beautiful queen right now. This is my sister from another mister. And I tell people, when I roll this bus, this woman here, she know it. She get the link every day. She ain't at the bus stop, and I know why she ain't at the bus stop. I'm glad she ain't at the bus stop, because she out there giving smiles.
Because I'm on a plane.
Giving smiles, and she on her journey. But I love you, Alethea. And Alethea,
I love you back.
Whatever you decide to do. I looked at folks, I done watched folks. Some folk want you to stay where you at. That's what they want. They want you. They liked you when you were like them. But when you elevate, they got a problem. The same folks that were saying Hosanna, Hosanna, will be the same folks that say crucify him, crucify him. Pay attention. Those were the same people. They weren't different folk. They were the same folks that put you on the donkey will be the same folks that'll nail you to the cross.
Oh, yes.
That was a word right there. That was a word right there. Y'all better pay. Hold it. Like I tell you, everybody in your circle ain't in your corner. And even if they are in your corner, hold it. The 12 that was in his corner, Sean, guess what he said? All 12 of y'all go act like y'all don't know me when it really go down.
I just made a post this morning that said, jealous people are not jealous because of what you have. They just mad because they don't have it.
That part. So Sean had to go. I got folks, and look, I'm glad you came in. Can you stay for a second?
Yep.
Okay. So Alethea, what's been happening? Sis? How you been doing?
So much. Like right now, I'm on my way to Atlanta. I'm on the plane now. The release of my deck, my motivational deck, because I am now officially an author, and you can pre-order it right now. And it will be available everywhere: Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble, Amazon. It will be available everywhere. I'm so proud of it. So yeah,
Well, we are proud of you.
Thank you. And I just been out here doing my thing. 160 pounds down.
Whew.
So
Yeah, you're looking good.
Thank you.
And we are proud of you. We are proud of you. So you getting ready to fly?
You. I've been watching you.
Girl, I'm only on here. Listen, at the end of this year, I'm off until we head to Essence. I'm not coming back on until July the 1st. I'm back in school. School is whooping my ass. Let me raise my hand.
Bet.
Oh yeah. Hey, when I made the decision to pursue this PhD, and I'm not doing it to get the name doctor in front. I want you to still call me Joe, because some of y'all will not recognize me anyway. I didn't do it for the title. I did it because I really need to be in a position where I can teach and lecture when I retire, because I'm not young no more. I'm almost 60. And I know that retirement is coming. I know that I have a grandson that I have to set the example for. I still got to show my kids that you can still do it in your latter years like you did it in the early years. And be honest, the only reason I didn't do it earlier, I was too busy taking care of my kids, taking care of everything instead of taking care of myself.
Thanks.
So I made a decision to go get everything I should have got a lot earlier, but I was too busy. And that's a message to all you men out there. Don't kill yourself making sure everybody else straight, and then you die and you get put in some grave and never accomplish what you were supposed to accomplish. That's really to everybody. But looking at you, I've seen the weight loss journey. I know all the other journeys. I see the glory of God on your life, and all I can do is smile, because guess what? I am a pure congratulator. I am never a hater. I'm always a collaborator. So like I tell people, if I can't hurt you, I'm going to help you, and we're going to work together. And once again, me and Alethea are going to be down at Essence. Y'all can get mad. All you crows can keep on being crows, because guess what? Nobody knows where the nose goes when the doors close. And when these doors close, I'm telling you, we're going to be at Essence again. Baby! We're going to be right there at the side of the stage in VIP. Baby! We're going to be up in the building. I just get ready. Get ready. That's it. We're going to have a good day on purpose. You're welcome.
Oh, and stay tuned, because I was recently on speaking of Essence, I made a guest appearance on a reality show that our friend is on.
Okay, watch out now.
So
watch out now. You never know. Hey, you never know. And see, y'all be trying to keep up with folk, not knowing we keep it real quiet, and all we doing is getting higher and higher, because we not in competition with none of y'all. All we doing is running in the lane that we run well in. So Alethea, I know you're on the plane. I know you get ready to fly. Safe travels unto you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays unto you. You were a blessing
coming. Same to you, my brother.
You were a blessing coming on. I'm gonna let you go, because I'm getting ready to get the hell up out of here. So listen, go on and say your closing words, and let us go. Let us go. Say what you need to say, sis.
All I gotta say is, don't worry about everybody else, because everybody else can't do what you do, baby. Favor ain't fair. Favor ain't fair, and it's not because you're lucky. It's because you chose it. So know that it belongs to you. Go out there, be great in their face, and have a good day on purpose. You're welcome.
That part. That was my sister from another mister. Alethea Crimmins getting ready to go and do big things, as she always do. We wish her safe travels. To my man, Broken Berlin. We international. Y'all can like me, leave me, or love me. Listen, like she said, you're not lucky, you're chosen. God has his hands on you. I drive this bus, and I have incredible people who at every stop jump on. And you're all welcome to be a part of this. If you have something that you feel like needs to be talked about, you like to get on the bus, all you got to do is reach out to me, and I'll tell you where the bus stop's going to be at, and you're welcome to jump on, and let's talk about what you want to talk about. I'm not here to tell you what to think, how to think, but I am telling you, think. Read it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go and read it for yourself. I don't want to be the biggest person in the room with all the information. I want to be in the room with a lot of great minds that can bring it all together. I'm not here to mind your business. I'm here to get together a bunch of people who have business minds. Jamila Gooden, thank you. Thank you, Jamila. I just got to tell you, that didn't come from me. That came from Jamila. If y'all want to hear, like I tell you, I'm not really into this organized fashion show spectacle that some of y'all deal with. I'm really a spiritual person, but one person I do give a lot of credit to in the spirit, because I feel her spiritually, is Pastor Prophetess Jamila Gooden. She's on social media. You got to check her out. I'm not here to mind your business, but I am here to gather folks who have a business mind, where we can all elevate each other and get there together. Let me get ready to get up out of here, family. Real simple. Be better today than you were yesterday. Do something today to bless somebody somewhere, that no matter what you do, no matter how you do it, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. On the behalf of my brother Jason Washington, Broken Berlin in Berlin, Germany, on the behalf of brother Sean P and the Sean P Experience and the Griot Podcast, make sure that you check him out on all social media platforms. Catch all his prior interviews with some of the biggest names in literary art there is out there. Arthur's, he talking to the big dog. To my girl, Alethea Crimmins. Remember that name. You're going to see her name. Don't be surprised if she doesn't have her own talk show, her own sitcom, her own thing, where she is literally the Oprah, talking to folks and getting folks to say what needs to be said, that we get information in these times. Check her out. She's got a great podcast, In the Passenger with Alethea Crimmins. Check out all the stuff she's doing. I am Joe Free, 100 BLK, the Black Station, www.the100blk.com. It's been real. It's been fun, but I got to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a great day. And as Alethea would say, be great in their face and have a good day on purpose. We out of here. Peace. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. I was supposed to do this. We out. Peace.